So you guys have been asking why am I so bullish in gold? So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys why I've been super bullish in gold and where I'm looking for gold to get to. So let's go. So right now we're in gold. I've been bullish in gold for quite some time since these lows. You can see some of this annotation here. This is when I was bullish in gold in the very beginning. And you can see we've pushed up quite significantly. With these wicks that ran out these highs, overhead these equal highs, this one and that one here, I always believed that price was going to get back up here again. But I had to see certain things first to make sure I was in the right direction. When price started dropping here and got down to this low down here, I wasn't confident with buying from here because there was nothing that was saying it could stop here. So what I was more so interested in, and what I told my mentee specifically, I'm not confident down here. I need to see price trade above this high here. So you can see there's a high here. I wanted to see price trade above this candlestick. And then when price traded above that candlestick, I would have been more confident to be bullish and start getting more aggressive on buys. So I'm going to play the clip where I told my mentees around this time that I need to see price trade above this high to be more confident. And until then, I'm going to be putting gold on hold. This could be getting ready to pop off to the upside. What I've done is I've marked up a short-term high here. So if gold was to run above this high, then I can start looking for the next move to run to the yearly open. And then if gold closes above the yearly open, you can see it's not been closing, then I can start looking at high prices. I'm not interested in actually doing things with gold until it's able to get above this high. As long as it stays beneath this short-term high, then I'm not going to be interested in anything. I'm not looking to sell gold. I don't believe gold should be dropping. This looks like a massive expansion to the upside. Consolidation. What comes after consolidation is another expansion. So I'm watching out for these lows that are being manipulated. So the first sign I get that's bullish, so a running of a short-term high, that's my sign to go crazy on gold and start looking at different buying opportunities. It's accumulating orders. It's going sideways and manipulating the lows. So it's going sideways, accumulating orders, but taking out sell stops along the way. And then once it takes that liquidity to on the bottom side where smart money is getting in, they're going to offload their position on the top side. And all that liquidity on the top side, look at that. Nothing's being done. Nothing's being done to this liquidity on the top side. So this is where all the money is, up here. Yeah, not interested in doing anything with gold until we run this high. Then I can build a better case for more upward actions. So as you guys saw in that clip, I believe it was on a Friday the 16th of February, or it was either Friday or the Saturday. That's when I told my mentees that. And then the following week we got price trading. So let's just quickly put on some lines here just to separate out the days. So this is our Friday, so this is our Monday, and let's separate out one more. Let's go. There we go. Boom. Yeah. The following week now, I wanted to see price trade above the high. It did it here. I didn't like how price was going sideways for the majority of the week. And so once again, I did not get active. And on Thursday, this is when we really got that push higher above this high. And I then told my mentees in our next team call that I would like to see price come back down into these wicks before going long. So I'm going to go ahead and play that for you guys too. Gold, I said last week that I would be bullish on gold if it runs through the short-term high here, and it's done it. Gold, you know, I tend to treat differently to GUs and EUs, and it can go off on its own tangent. I want to see what gold does here when price gets to here. There's an order block here. I want to see what gold does when it gets here. We've run above the highs, that short-term high that I had noted. Maybe we might get a spill into 50%, and then if we get that closure back above it, okay. Now we're talking high prices, maybe the yearly open. So gold, I want to see what it does when it gets here. I do believe it's going to get down here. Where it is now at 35 to down here is 29. So roughly about, what, 60 pips? This was always going to be my target, but I'm taking it one step at a time. Now you know why I'm bullish on gold. So now when you zoom out, you can see gold has been bullish all this time. It's been bullish all this time. We ran out these relative equal highs, or you can call it triple highs. Because of this move here, price running above this high, that's what I needed to see to be able to go long. And then that just means that every single time I get that drop, you guys know my strategy. Every single time I get that drop beneath some kind of liquidity, I'm looking to take it long. There are some cases when there is no drop, but that's a little bit more technical. But when there is a drop beneath any kind of liquidity, I'm looking to take that long. So now I can see prices constantly making new highs, constantly running out buy side liquidity. What am I going to do? Am I going to go ahead and try and pick a top? No. I'm not going to go ahead and try and pick a top. I'm not in the game of picking tops, by the way. I will keep running out more highs until it stops me out and goes the opposite way. And so where do I believe gold is going to go? So let's go to the monthly time frame. We've just run out this liquidity. I believe the next target could be around that 2. So I have two targets. I have 2,200 and I have 2,500. I have 2,200, which is up here, so it's not too far ahead. So this is where I believe it's going to keep going. 2,200. Let's go ahead and mark it up. 2,200. And basically all I'm doing is I still believe price is running out liquidity above these highs. These are my targets. So when it gets to 2,200, I'm expecting some kind of retracement. Well, when I say expected is if it gives me some kind of retracement from 2,200, then I'll wait for the retracement before jumping in again. And then I'll keep doing it until when price runs up higher. And as you guys can see on the monthly time frame, this gold is super bullish on the monthly time frame. Super bullish. We've been consolidating, going sideways since 2020. We are now in 2024 and we're finally getting that movement. So who's to say gold is going to stop here? It could keep on running higher and higher and higher and higher. We could get another large push like this. So guys, gold is definitely one not to miss out on. Just wait for price to drop back into imbalances before looking to go long. And then when it comes to liquidity and knowing where to run, this is vitally important, guys. When it run out this high, you target the rest of them. This was relative triple highs. You knew price was going to run past that. And look how they did it. They ran through this level with some distance. That's an indication for you to be getting bullish now if you're not bullish already, because who can move the markets like this? It's only the banks who can move the markets like this. And so that means you're in line with the bank. And so if we're running out buy side liquidity, where's the next one? Up here. And then where's the next one? Up here. And you can even break down this wick to 50%. So you can take it to 50%, run that, and then if it closes above that, then aim for the high. So there's multiple ways you can play it. There's multiple things you can do with gold. Gold is going to the heavens. I don't let this scare you. You know, after accumulation comes expansion. So this is what I believe it is. I believe this is the expansion happening now. My strategy is once I jump into a main position, once it hits my area for taking TP, I take 80% off the trade and I let the rest ride, because this could go to the moon. And if I have small little runners along the way, those runners are going to add up, and eventually they're going to add up to one full position, two full positions. So that's my aim right now, to stack up as many runner trades until it's 2, 3, 4 positions. That was why I'm so bullish on gold. I'm still going to be bullish. I'm going to literally keep on buying until when it gets to my level 2,200. Then I'm going to chill out, and if price gives me a retracement, I'm going to be looking to get in there. All right, guys, so here is the trade that I've been talking about. So you can see this is my gold chart. I posted this on Instagram. If you guys aren't following me on Instagram, go ahead and do it. My Instagram is MHUFX. I post quite a lot of the trades that I'm in on my Instagram. So if you guys ever want to know what I'm in, head over to my Instagram and you go ahead and see what I'm in. This is exactly what I've been talking about. My strategy when I believe gold is going to shoot to the heaven. One thing I won't do, I just won't keep holding a full position. What I'm most likely to do is whenever I see some kind of liquidity or whenever price gets to an area that I want price to get to, I'm taking off 80% off the trade, and that rest of the trade will be a runner. I have about 6, 7, 8 positions here. If every single one of those are 20% runners, that means I roughly have 1.6 positions here, because I'm holding 20% every single time. But one reason why I like to take off 80% is because it helps me calm down. I'm not saying that I'm emotional in my trade, but what I am saying is when I take off 80% off the position, I feel a lot more comfortable holding that swing. Another thing that I'll do is when it's a Friday, I like to close off some of the higher positions just in case the market does open up with a gap and gaps beneath my entry. So I like to bear that in mind too. So I do also close some of those higher positions, the positions that are really close by to price. And then ultimately, guys, when I'm satisfied, that's when I'll go ahead and close out all my trades, wait for a good old retracement, and then load up again. That's what I call trading well.